Hi, I'm David from the OCDSB Outdoor Education Centers, and today on our explorations of outdoor learning, we'll be continuing with a couple more wildflowers. Now, I'm out in the area that I normally walk, and I'm going to start you off today with one of my favorites. The trout lily is known by many names. You might have heard it called adder's tongue or dogtooth violet. The bright yellow flowers are among the first to bloom in the spring, which I think is one reason it's my favorite flower. Now you can see as we approach this patch, it does form these large patches or colonies, and the flowers and leaves are arising from a corm, which is a food storing part of the stem that looks like this. If we look closely, you can see the flowers don't stand out so much as those mottled leaves. There's two different types of leaves. There's a single leaf, and then there's the double leaf. The single leaf generally grown out of that corm for several years, storing up energy so it can eventually grow those double leaves and the flower. It does produce seeds, and you can see the flower curls away like that and opens up generally in the day. It closes back up again at night. But you'll find these all throughout Ontario's woodlands. So I would be surprised if you went into the forest right now and didn't find some of these flowers. And that again is the trout lily. Thanks.
Hey everyone, it's Lindsey here. This is a new ephemeral wildflower to me. It's one of the first flowers that you'll see blooming in the Ottawa area in the forests in spring. This is called Bloodroot, and at this point in the season there aren't many left that have their flowers on. The flowers are only on this plant for about 1 to 2 days after it's been pollinated, and then they fall off. So I felt pretty lucky to be able to find these after the snowfall on Friday. So you'll know it's bloodroot because it has about 8 white petals and a very yellow center. They're very beautiful. And it also has a very distinct lobed leaf that comes off the flowering area. And in early spring, the leaf is actually kind of wrapped around the flower, and the flower comes up first. So the reason it's called bloodroot is because the root or the rhizome underneath the ground actually does have a very red blood-like sap that comes out of it. And it is toxic, but it was at one point used for dyes. So if you have the opportunity to go out this week, take a look for this beautiful flower. You may just see the leaves covering the ground at this point. A lot of these bloodroot flowers have lost their flower, but you might get lucky and find one of these before the end of the flowering season. If not, you'll have to check them out next year.
All right, so there you have 2 more wildflowers to look for on your next outing. And if you're really getting into this nature exploration, if you're making a good record of your observations and want to be more involved in citizen science, there's an opportunity coming up on this weekend in May, the 15th through the 17th. There is a local organization called Ecology Ottawa. They do a lot of good work. It's run by volunteers, and they're operating a BioBlitz. Now, BioBlitz, if you haven't heard of one before, is really focused on the biodiversity of an area. And throughout our videos, we've been introducing you to a lot of the plants and animals that you might discover here in the Ottawa area. BioBlitz is actually an opportunity to go out at a set time, and they've scheduled it from Friday, Saturday, and Sunday in your neighborhood, anywhere in Ottawa, and record every living thing that you find, plants and animals alike. And they are using the iNaturalist platform. We also have another project up now. The Ottawa Carleton District School Board has one through the Outdoor Education Centers, and that is those of you who are going out now with these apps, with the Seek app that I've mentioned in the past, that you can point at any living thing that you discover, and it should identify it for you, at least closely. You can take advantage of these, use those, and help add to our ongoing database of information here in the Ottawa area. Thank you very much for joining us again, and until the next time, be well, stay safe.